Hi children, I am back with the chapter 11. The chapter's name is Christian Response to Social Evil. I am back with the chapter 11. Today we are going to learn about Christian response to social evil. So, what is this social evil? From the beginning of the creation, people were fighting against this social evil. The history testifies that great men and women, they were fighting against bringing this equality, social evils that were playing a great role in the lives of the people in the society and oppressing the poor, and the richest become the richer. Those great men recently fought against the routine and evil structure prevalent in the society. They tried to uphold dignity and freedom of every person. So they were trying to help every person to prevent this social evil and the people to fight against the social evils. In the Bible we see Moses is the one person who became an instrument in the hands of God. The people Israel were slavers in the hands of the Egyptians. They were under them and they were struggling and they cried to God, and God heard their cry and he used Moses as an instrument in order to bring them out. Like a Moses, to you and to me, every one of us, God who uses as an instrument to fight against the evil, social evils that are happening in the society. Like Moses, there are many women and great personalities in the Bible, in the world, in the society we see who were fighting against all these social evils. Each person had their own something to fight for. That women should be educated, some fought for child marriages not to happen, some fought for equality. Like that one man, Ambedkar, who was working for the lower class people. Like that, there are different people who fought against this evil. So same way, God is asking you and me also to be an instrument in His hand. Even today, there are different kinds of social evils that are playing a great role and spoiling the system of the society. For this against to fight, you and me need to become a great instrument in the hands of the Lord, so that these evils may be thrown out from the society. What are these social evils that we are going to see? Any evil such as over-intelligence that affects the society adversely in a general is termed as a social evil. Is an action that if one who allowed to run its course results in the destruction or domination of the society, then that we can say as a evil thing. Because of these evil things, social evils plays a great role. The development doesn't take place properly. The people face different kind of problems, exploitation, then corruptions. The social structure is not changed. Injustice is very high in our country. Illegal activities that take place. An individual may not be fully aware of its consequences, but it is active against and collaborates. Caste system is too much in the country, especially in some parts of south part of the India. Then there is evil structural system. Justice was denied for the people. That's why when you go to court also, there is not proper justice is not done for the people. All are corrupted. You give some money, that lawyer will be fighting for you. Your case will be removed. When are we going to wake up to fight against the social evil and build a social justice society, a just society to build? Social evils are becoming more and more powerful in the world, and the moral values are completely ignored because of that. Now, others won't feel when person is suffering because of my actions. Even people don't feel that. They don't bother because there is no moral values. So the evil is increasing in the world, and people are forgetting it is our primary duty to keep the social justice in the world and to throw out the social evil. But people are forgetting about the moral values and give the place for the evil to grow in the society. Then how will we build a just society of just or just society? Because we are silent, the evil to grow, so evil is growing more and more. Our silence and indifference will encourage to sustain them. You and me has got a responsibility to ask when somebody is doing wrong. But we don't ask. We just keep quiet. And we show that indifference. And we move away as if it is not to us. That is why now today the Russia and Ukraine is fighting. And all countries are silent. Some countries are supporting the Russia. And there is no country who are supporting Ukraine. Today it is happening to them. Tomorrow it will come to you. What are we going to do then? Who will be there to support it? Because of that, this evil is increasing. We are silent. When it is not necessary, we talk too much or we try to fight. But when need to be fought, we need to fight for the social justice and throw away the social evil. Pope John Paul II is speaking on the social concerns of the church. He says that sin originates in the human hearts. It tends to routine to the social system. It tends to rotten the social systems. In the course of time, badly affect the entire society in itself. Where does it begin? It begins from every human heart, and afterwards it rottens the society, and it will badly affect the whole entire society. And it paves a way to the related evils. Negatively affected behaviors and individuals, their decisions and actions. We think in our family it is happening. That is connected with one another. We are the human beings which are connected from one to the other. Today what decision I make, today I am planning to kill my own brother. Think that it is not going to affect. Why not? Today you killed your brother, that your son saw it, and tomorrow your son also will kill somebody, and your brother's son will keep that grudge against you and may kill tomorrow your son, and this will be going on, increasing, and that children will become a murderer because of your action. So before you think, before you start taking an action, think. Before you put it in the action, you before need to think properly. Because of you, today the society is going to be spoiled because of an individual decisions. Because of us, individual decisions, individual actions, the evil is increased in the society. But the society today need to be infested with the negative and harmful behavior and actions of every individual. So need to take care of every individual's actions and thinking. Everything need to be taken care. It is not as a group we are doing something. Every individual action also plays a great role in increasing the social evil. Caste system dowry is so much. Taking lakhs of rupees paid dowry, after that mother-in-law, father-in-law and the husband will be killing the daughter-in-law. Where are we reaching? Where are we going? Where are we reaching? Where we are wanting to go? Doing all this. A dowry caste system. That person is not our caste. Even if you have no connection with the other person, hearing that it belongs to your caste, you run to fight without knowing what is the fact that has happened. That caste person should not come this area. This caste person should not go to that area. What are we encouraging? Are you not the human being? Are you? Because you are a high caste, in your blood, is there any gold growing? Or because you are a lower caste, because you don't have a blood? Is it so? Because you belong to a lower caste, God has not created you properly? Or you are a high caste belong, because of that God created you more beautifully with the extra hands and legs? No, God has not created us in that way. Every person equally in the image of God, God has created. Then what are we going for? Why are we so much fighting for this caste system, dowry system, rich people, poor people? Where are we going? We are forgetting our primary duty and our primary being that we are human beings. We forget this and we run after something else. I am favor of this hero. I am favor of this heroine. If you speak about against this thing, I will kill you. This is the way society is running. So the serious action has to take to reduce these social evils. The serious sins which we sustain for advantage of minority of greedy people, but it causes a great sufferings and hardships for many. So, like these kinds of evil things need to be stopped. We need to understand this existing of the evil helps no society to grow, but it decreases the development of the society and no love grows in between the people. So we need to learn an individual action that you take. It should not bring any injustice to anybody or any evil action there, but for the development of the society we need to. In that there are different kinds. Now first thing that we are going to see is the most important evil that has grown so vastly is injustice. It is the denial of what is due to each person. What is injustice? It is a denial of what is due to each person. Injustice is an action against the God who love and love towards one's neighbor. Again, working against injustice, it is against the love of God and the love of neighbor. People are becoming very selfish in reason of injustice. When selfishness grows more and more, injustice occurs more and more. The ignorance comes there. The human rights are denied. Human justice is denied. Equality is denied. So, injustice, if you deny, this many things are going. There is no justice. Justice cannot be prevailed. The injustice done to some people we cannot even imagine. In many things, people become very selfish. The fast spreading injustice is the large sin due to the absence of responsibility and worth individuals holding public offices, who must be the persons of integrity and character. The one who stands in the political places, they are looking for their own welfare and injustice to done to the some caste, some creed, some religions. Or they are allowing to live peacefully. Rich people are treated differently, poor people are treated differently. When you go to offices, government offices, when you go to the offices and ask for something, how do they treat? If you are someone big post holding, they will do your work fast and give some money and you can come. A poor person, just let them go to that office. Will they mind that person? Why this injustice occurs? And we support all this. We take political leaders' support to get something. And these poor people are left like that. We all are responsible not to increase the injustice, but we need to fight for justice. We need to fight against the injustice. It is in our hands of every human person who is created by God, because we are created out of love. And against that love, we are working in injustice. So need to fight against injustice and fight for the justice. The second point that we are going to learn is violence. What is this violence? Violence, it has always been a part of human condition. Of all the specifies in the nature, man alone can cold-bloodedly plan for violence. From the club of the cave man to the bomb of heroism runs the same trail of blood. Violence, anywhere violence, everywhere violence. For small things, big things, violence. Starts from the small age onward. When your child is fallen, what do we teach the child? If child is fallen, we lift the child, take child in the hand, and with the leg, we stamp the floor and tell this only beaten. And what are we teaching the child? If somebody has beaten you, you should beat back. This is what from the small age we are putting in the minds of everyone. People are against doing violence against their own family and brothers and sisters for the property's sake. The countries are fighting over the other countries and putting just bombs and spoiling the whole country. Who gave you the right? Have you created this world? No, none of us created this world, and we are destroying with a bomb. Be a love bomb to build, not for destroying. Be a love bomb for not destroying, but for building. It is our responsibility. Violence after violence takes place in every part of the world. That everybody forget. Love need to prevail. But here, violence prevails and takes first place. That is the greatest evil that we see. From one state to other state, in the same state, we are fighting and violence everywhere. In the name of terrorism, in the name of politics, caste, under criminal and illegal activities, this violence is taking place a lot. Terrorism is a phenomenon that recommends violence as a vehicle to achieve political or social goals. Every individual need to be responsible not to encourage this violence. Violence cannot be accepted as a politically justified or moral legislation. And all the people will be doing behind so many things, and they will not be showing in, something else will be showing. They have two faces. Back is something else, their face front is something else. They will be doing all the violence behind, and they show as if they are the peacemakers. And we blindly believe all that and we support. On any cause, you are not supposed to do that business. You need to fight against the violence. We should be the people of non-violence as Mahatma Gandhi has called us to be. Jesus says that. Church teaches that. Don't go for violence. Try to be a peacemaker. That is why after the death of resurrection of Jesus, he is telling, Lord, let there be peace here. And on the cross he says, if he was the man of violence, he could have said, Lord, God the Father, these people has persecuted me, let all these people die. Did he say so? No, he did not tell that. He said that they do not know what they do. Father, forgive them. They do not know what they do. Father, forgive them. They know not what they do. Yes, we do not know what we do. That is what Jesus prayed. Forgive them. When Saint Stephen died, he also prayed the same prayer. Father, they do not know what they are doing to your servant. Let them experience the forgiveness and you forgive them. That is what Christianity doing, and we need to fight against the violence and injustice. The third is discrimination. This is the worst problem that we see. It is a partition spirit practiced in the name of religion, race, sex. I belong to Christianity. You are Hindus. You are Muslims. We cannot go together. And the political leaders take this as an advantage and puts fire in between many religions and try to fight all of us. Simply negative things spreading. And when God created, He did not say you are Christian, you are Muslim, or you are. This everything is man-made things. We as Indians need to live in diversity. But where are we living? In full of injustice, violence, discrimination. According to the wealth we are put. Any program is conducted, if you are well-to-do person, you will be given first place. If you are a poor person, you are not even allowed to enter into that place. For the poor people, there is shops on the roadside. For the richer people, there is a big shop where with full of AC. What discriminations we are making, my dear. We need to mentally prepare. Physically, we need to prepare. And everybody has a right to live according to their wish with the freedom. Who are we to tell you are lower caste, I am a higher caste, you should work under me? Who are you? God told you, you are the owner of all the human beings? No. And why are we working on this evil? So many people become victims because of this discrimination. Those days, do you remember, there was a days when people were taking even cows for grazing. They are attacked by some people and killed. They think they are the goddess or gods. They are fighting for their God. When this is going to end, God only knows. There are in our country such a kind of rubbish things that happens in the country. There are misunderstandings, ignorance, and our attitude towards the different people. It is unimaginable things. These parts we need to understand. Evil should not grow, my dears. We should fight against this discrimination. Sometimes the higher studies also be to make lower caste children don't get admission for the higher studies. And we see according to the caste, according to the wealth, we give the post. So same way, the product of that will be coming. If you pay 10 lakhs, you are given medical seat, engineer seat, any seat. After that, building will not even remain for 1 year and will come back. And we are making such a kinds of people, doctors and engineers. And who is capable of able to do, who has the capacity to get into this, and we don't encourage that people. What a discriminations we are making, and we are society, we are spoiling, utterly we are taking into the earth. I feel so ashamed to talk such things because that is what we are doing. Where are we reaching? The person who doesn't know even to read ABCD, he paid some money and becomes a doctor in the government hospital and not able to diagnose what is the sickness because he doesn't know any of sickness which he has not studied. We make an engineer, he doesn't know how much cement and what things has to be put together and building has to stand. Our building will be standing and will come back in the same bed to down. So, we need to fight against discrimination. Who are eligible for such things, we need to encourage, not because they have wealth, not because of their higher caste, or because of their political empowerment or the support. You should give the chance for the people, every person, because of their capacity they can do, so that tomorrow this society will be a wonderful society. Today the society is like this. We all of us are responsible for such things. And the next thing that we are going to learn is violence against women. India got freedom how many years over? After this many years of freedom we have got, still women cannot walk in the night on the road. Why this is so? Why there is no safety? Even the girl is born is misused. Then where is the safety? We tell that because the expositions of the girl way of dressing is also maybe, that also some causes maybe. But what are we seeing in an infant, a just born child, 6-month-old girl is raped. We see the headlines in the newspaper. What that child has done, my dears. What is there to see in that child's body? Extra growths. Something is wrong with the society. That is why all these things are happening. The media also is showing for the advertisements, plus in the films, is showing women something different. Okay, it's happening certain things. The way of dressing of the children also has changed. That is why we need to be decently dressed. There should not be any expositions. For everything there is a time. We spoke already about the marriage. When I was talking, I have spoken so enough things that day. The lot of things that is happening against the women is because of the negligence of the people. And that even who are facing this problem will not be given any justice. If then that there is a political power, boys are involved in that rape cases, they are left immediately. Oh, many cases are done. POXO cases have come, that case come, this came, POXO has come, everything came. No use. Only poor people has to follow all this law, and it is implemented on them, not for everybody. That is why so many things that are against. The husbands are harassing the women. Whenever they want, they need the woman on the bed. Is it the way so? No. I'm sorry to speak this way, but it is happening in the society. Is the woman doesn't have a right to tell when she feels? Why don't we understand? Why don't we support? Women cannot be equally stood with the men. Now, women also standing. I don't say there are women who are very, sometimes they give suffering for the men. But most of the time, it is women who suffer. The women leave everything. She might have been queen in her family. When she comes to her mother-in-law's house or husband's house, she becomes the worker there. We may be even that family giving more importance for the worker in the house than the lady, the in-law that has come inside. But from the same house, if the girl has gone to the other house, we want that girl to be safe and sound. But one who has come into our house, we will not take care. What logics we are having? Human has made according to his own, according to her own willingness, happiness, comfort, laws can be changed. Is it so? No, it is not the way to be changed that way. We need to understand this part. Most of the time, most of the thing, immediately things will not come on the thing. You remember in Hyderabad that doctor just kept the vehicle and went on the village and came back. She is raped and just did not leave her, burned her with the put her petrol and killed her. And all these things we put and we do nothing for this. There is no change in the society. It is our responsibility. If we will question when a girl is gone out, when she comes late, we will ask her, where did you go? How did you do? We ask. When your boy is going out, why don't you ask that question? Where are you going? With whom are you staying? Where did you remain? Why did you come late? Ask to him also. Things will change in the family. Not only girl has to be put inside the four walls. The boy also need to be trained in such a way so that things will not take place. There no need tomorrow to hear 6-month-old girl is raped. There no need any big headings in the newspaper. So we need to respect the integrity of women. Women are able to, at a time, 4 or 5 things they are able to do. We need to be aware of such cases that are happening, and we need to value the persons. The 5th thing is alcoholism. This is the worstest thing that I think it's happening. From small to big, older, everybody is addicted to this alcoholism. People go after it to drinking. This I don't think more I need to explain. They drink, they spoil their health, and they spoil the atmosphere in the family. Where are we going, Ma? We need to change this part. They drink and come back, they beat the wife, they beat the children. They have no control over their emotions and feelings when they are in their drink. They will not even able to stand on their 2 feet, and they will be walking on their 4 feet. And why to go for this? That is why in the last class I was telling, don't start for it. All the senses will be lost with this. It is not the taste of the liquor that makes it popular, but because it affects the user mood. It is not because of the taste, but why, as they take, how they become. Sometimes very wild they become. On the way, with how many people they may be fighting and coming, don't know. So the Catholic Church is against this alcoholism. That is why even that against something is done against women, Pope Francis has very clearly said, if something happened from any part of the church against something really has done, the church won't support that person. Same thing in alcohol. If you are becoming if you have become an alcoholist, you will lose everybody. People just hate you because you take the drink, you come and you spoil your relationship. The drunkard person's children has to face the problem. You drink, you experience the happiness, you have no problem, but you forget about your family. Tomorrow, that child is going to school. They will talk in the school telling that your father has drank yesterday, your mother has drank yesterday, and walking and fighting with everybody. They feel their heart is broken. Because of your sinfulness, your child is suffering. Because of your sinfulness, your wife is suffering. Because of your sinfulness, your mother is suffering. If a family is suffering because of your alcoholism impairs the nervous system and causes slowly response poor vision and speech and judgment. So we start crying. Alcohol breeds crying. More 50% of murders committed under the influence alcoholism. In rape cases, all this take place under alcoholism. 50% is murders happens because under alcoholism. Because they are not fully in their senses what they are doing. They cannot distinguish good and bad. They do what they want. And that becomes the thing. So, when this drinking need to be controlled, the government encourages because a lot of income comes, no control over the thing. Health is spoiled. So, this habit of taking drinks spoils the relationship, the dignity of the person, dignity of the family, dignity of the children, future of the children spoils because of the one person that who drinks in the family. Do you want to do that? Dear parents, please take care of this part. Don't spoil the future of your family and children. So every person needs to take care of this part and try to avoid. Put yourself in hard working so that slowly you will stop drinking. Instead of drinking, you take something else which won't spoil your life, your nervous system, your emotions, nothing. Thank you, dear children. We will see the few more social evils that are there in the next class. Thank you for listening patiently and try to work for the social justice, and let us build a just society and give a just society for the future generations, that no evil may prevail in the society. Thank you. May God bless all of us.